Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't even know how to start this video because it's a very touchy subject and it's something that really needs to be addressed, and it's something that has made me very, very angry. I've never felt this rage in my life before. The treatment of our people, it's really disgusting. It really is. They say we're the savages. You're a savage. You're a savage. You are a savage. How could you, an unarmed black man, an unarmed black woman, a 14-year-old boy, how could you really sit there and think to yourself, this is the right thing? This is I'm doing my job. I can't even wrap my mind around what's been going on. Literally every single day, it's a new story, it's a new article, it's a new news article, it's a new story, it's a new video, it's a new everything. Every day it's something new, and whatever's not being recorded is coming to light. There are different news people that are reporting it from outside sources about the girl in Toronto. That was so wrong. How can you kill an unarmed black woman and throw her over the balcony? Are you serious? That is the most savage thing I've ever heard of. They want to call us apes, savages, thugs, this and that. Look at what you're doing. What makes what we're doing very different from what you're doing? Keep in mind, we're not even doing anything. We're not. We're unarmed. Our hands are like this. And we're still shot. We're still gunned down. We express we can't breathe. And in that itself, it implies that we can breathe because we're saying we can breathe. It's wrong. It needs to end. It needs to end. And for those of you who always like to preach all lives matter, when has your life been threatened? When has your life been threatened? Please explain that to me. There are so many instances where you can literally just go outside and you have a target on your back because you were born black. People that are not in this predicament will never be able to understand what it's like to be black in America, even in this world. Because you see what happened in Toronto, that's in Canada. It's anywhere you go, anywhere. There's just this target that's constantly put on our back. And it's been ingrained into people's brains for years now. That master mentality is just ingrained into people's brains. That Anglo-Saxon mentality of where you think you're superior because of your skin tone, a lot of people have that mentality. And it's time for people to wake up. It's time for people to wake up. People always want to try to provide some type of justification or reason for this to be happening. There is no reason. Reason is man-made. Let me tell you why reason is man-made, because a lot of people don't understand the real depth to why reason is man-made. I'm going to educate y'all for a little bit, because I feel like a lot of people are not educated on their history. In the 18th century, when slaves were coming about, the Europeans needed a justification as to why people are being enslaved. And that is when reason got created. That is when inequality started. That is when the real definition of race started to become a real thing. Because for years they've tried to make it biological. That, oh, black people and white people are different because of their genetic makeup. But you know what? Science proved that there is little to no difference from a white person's genes to a black person's genetic makeup. So yeah, you do the math. You do the math. We're all the same person on the inside. But still, because of we have darker skin, we are the ones that have to suffer for just being us. And I think it's really sad that a lot of people are just silent about this. Why are you silent? It doesn't have to directly affect you for you to have some type of say in it. Social media, we live in an age of social media. Your voice can be heard. I'm guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, there are people that are following you that don't even know you. But the fact that you can post something and they can feel your message, I feel it. When people post stuff, I always empathize. I always feel what they are feeling. So please, staying silent, you're a part of the problem as well. And for the white women that have black children, you're a part of the problem as well. You are. Now, I really used to mess with Kim Kardashian hard. But I see she hasn't even posted not one thing about this whole situation. And it's just a shame that she has this whole Justice Act going. And I really thought she was doing something for the black community. But it turns out it's just a hoax. A lot of people do this stuff for clout, for social media, for this and for that, for people to think that there's some type of good person. You're not a good person if you're not doing it for the right intentions. You are a white woman that has black children. It doesn't matter if they're mixed, they are black at the end of the day. They're black. What the cops see, black. What that race say, black. You're black. You're black. And it'll really never sink in to people until it's them on that floor. Until it's them with their hands in the air begging for them not to shoot. And it's sad. Because why should we have to do this? Why should we have to go through this? What did we ask? Like, I just can't even, like... People will never understand what it's like to be black in America if they're not black. And I understand there are a lot of groups of people that also face adversity, like Muslim people being called terrorists and stuff like that. Like, I understand that. And that is why when Black Lives Matter, all lives will matter. And I'm going to say that again. When Black Lives Matter, all lives will matter. Because we are a part of the all lives. We are a big chunk of life. And it's just being stripped from us. And in America, this land of the free isn't so free. It really isn't. We can't go outside. We can't get Skittles. We can't go for a jog. We can't go anywhere without somebody accusing us of something, without having a target on our back, without us having to fear. Will we even make it home alive? Because of these cops that are brutalizing people. People will never really understand the effect until it's them. People will never understand until it affects them directly. But you don't have to wait until it affects you directly. Because it hasn't affected me directly, and I feel it 1,000 times. Because it doesn't matter. It does not matter if you know the person or not. They're still black. That's your brother or sister. And the way how people are just being murdered and people are just getting away with it, it's wrong. It's so wrong. And I call it murder. It's not brutalizing, it's murder. And that's what the news don't want to call it. They don't want to call it murder. They don't want to have their NYPD or just a police department in general look like they murdered people. There are so much things that just get swept under the rug because of how corrupt this fucking justice system is. It's horrible. They'll never face the wrath. They'll never understand what it feels like. And in the light of these situations, I just encourage everyone, anyone, speak out. It helps. Your voice counts. Why do you think we vote? Your voice counts. Your voice matters. If you need to go to a riot, a peaceful protest, go ahead and do you. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, go on social media and spread awareness. Don't stay silent, because you're just complying to the normality that they've set. And to the whitewash and brainwash Black people that try to think that they're trying to undermine their system, they already have you. They already have you. Once you have that brainwash mentality, they already got you. They have you. They have you under their... Get out. Get out. They have you under their strings. You're just their puppet. So keep playing into their game, and you'll see how that ends for you. You'll end up on the ground as well. I just think that every day the world just gets worse and worse day by day. And when is it going to end? When is it going to end? We'll never have a date that it ends, because it will always continue. We'll always continue to be a threat to people we've never done anything to. When in all reality, they are the threat. In the 18th century, they enslaved us for what? They held us by chains for what? For what reason? For free labor? You're the real savages. How could you ever dehumanize someone and enslave them? And a lot of people still have that slave mentality, and that's why they're not speaking out. That is why they're not speaking out. And it's wrong. I just really encourage everybody to use your voice. Go to that protest if you need to. If you need to write a letter, anything helps. Anything helps. And a lot of people just underestimate how strong and powerful their voice is. Don't hesitate to say something, because when you say something, it might be too late. That person's already dead. And you know what's crazy? This has never really hit me until Eric Garner. I still hear his voice to this day, and it really still gives me chills. I don't even know what to say at this point. I just think day by day racism just gets worse. And a lot of people like to have this attitude that, oh, it's getting better, we don't really see it. No, it's not getting better. It's getting filmed. It's getting put on TV. It's getting in films. It's just getting worse. As social media advances, as the age of technology advances, it just gets worse. But in all of that darkness, there is light, because it's getting filmed. And even though it is a negative, it also is a positive. So we could really see how stuff plays out, because the cops, they like to just say that, oh, this happened. You'll never really know what happened because you weren't there. They can make up anything and make it look like anything. Why do you think there's shows like The Blacklist that let us know that this government is corrupt indirectly? These shows, pay attention, because they're not just shows. They have a message behind them. And TikTok. I used to really be a big TikTok fanatic. I would never get off the app. But now I don't really see myself going on there, and I have deleted the app because they've taken down all of the hashtags that have anything to do with like Black justice, which is wrong. That's wrong. And then they're going to say it's an accident, right? They're going to say it's an accident. Okay. How is it an accident when there are over 1 million videos that had that hashtag and they got removed? How's that an accident? I think businesses like that are just made to fuel the economy. And if you guys indulge in those businesses and those apps and those stuff that support racist ideologies, then you're just a part of the problem as well. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just done.